Hello again everyone, this is Westy Rail 75B. This is part 2 of the North London Line OpenBVE video. My apologies that it's been so long since part 1 was filmed. Unfortunately there were factors really outside of my control that means that it did take longer than it normally would, so please accept my apologies for this. Cheers mate, so yeah, Gospel Oak, the guards have changed over. It's now my good friend Chris, ex-Silverlink guard. So Dave has handed over to Chris now to take us the rest of the way to North Woolwich. I'm a little bit rusty as we approach Kentish Town West, near the High Life of Camden Town. Not that I would know, due to me playing Train Simulators. Not too bad. Just close this cab door there. Just waiting for the right of way. Thank you very much, and off we go to our next station stop. I really should know what it is off the top of my head. Unfortunately I don't, and we'll find out when we get there. As long as I stop, that's the main thing. It's not too far down the line now. You can tell I'm an expert at this route, despite living in London myself. I really should know this area a lot better. Not that I've travelled the North London line an awful lot. At least I noticed the speed limit though. A very interesting AWS warning. Warning of a yellow signal up ahead, and that was the relay up to the that was the neutral section there. That's while we were coasting. And on the right, that line goes through Primrose Hill, a station long since closed. Primrose Hill and up towards the West Coast main line, so that joins with the Watford DC line. I did do that the other week when there were diverts, which happen once a year, generally in January. So that's another red pen tick for me as we come through Camden Road Junction and into Camden Road. Probably get the dual voltage alarm in a minute to warn us again. And of course the AWS to warn us of the red signal at the end of the platform here. Just quick reactions there. And we also need to pan down, hence the signal check dual voltage alarm going off. 313 units pan down at number 2 line, which is where we are heading. Bad stop there. So, Roach was neutral, brake free, Control and P to pan down. And DC light should now be illuminated, which it is. As Chris closes the doors. Let me get ready for the right of way again. 20 miles per hour. Now it's a good thing that this line back in the day it was DOO until the early noughties, so the mid noughties. It was sorry, my apologies. It was guard operated. Got to keep the guard on the train and all that. I feel like I should be going a little bit faster. Speed limit 45 there. 35 is for 45 is for multiple units. 35 generally for freight services. The split sign like that. So let's wait for the road of the train to pass the sign, and then we can accelerate up to 45. What the DRA does, it cuts power. We don't want to be doing that. That's the number one line there. I should know what that locomotive is. 86, as I thought, but I thought I'd double check before I made myself look like an idiot. So make our way in at rounds now. A single yellow aspect starting signal. As I said, yeah, there were guards until the really mid-noughties on this line still, when there were 313s which were operating, and even into 378 days. Unfortunately, it is now DOO. Going to Caledonian Road and Barnsbury. This bit has slightly changed as well, along with the introduction of 378s. Which are driver only operated DOO. But this section, of course, now from Hybrid Islington, you can go down to Clapham Junction via Surrey Quays. So let's wait for the door to be closed again. And we do have a single yellow aspect. I should really have had the DRA on to remind me. So we'll pretend I've had it on all this time. And off we go again. I believe the next stop is Hybrid Islington. I could be very wrong. This is a bit, I've travelled a little bit more down towards Surrey Quays. But I'm more of a South Londoner than a North Londoner. Past there now, a shed on the right hand side. I do not mean B&Q. I've only just noticed here, fire, exclamation mark, fire. Looking forward to hearing from you. Squeaky brakes there. A little bit short there, but that will be fine. We're still on the platform, no problem at all. So It's a 1 minute 20 minutes late. 1 minute 20 seconds even, or 1 minute 20 minutes will be a bit worrying. Away now from Highbury Islington. Change to the Victoria line. Too late for that now. Relays clicking into place there as we accelerate away from Highbury Islington. We do have a single yellow aspect coming up. Signals do like signal checking us. Interesting AWS noise is on the 313s, very much so. I believe the next stop is Dalston Kingsland. We'll see if I'm right or wrong as we pass another shed. Should start braking. I'm trying to make up a little bit of time. We do have standing time later down the line in Stratford, so it shouldn't be too much of a big deal at least. Canonbury, so I was very wrong. Dalston Kingsland after Canonbury. Maybe I should just stop guessing and wait till we actually pull into the station. The main thing is I am stopping at the platform. And off we go again. Frequent stops on this route. And away we go again towards Dalston Kingsland. You could see for an OpenBVE routes what a good job BVE Western Region have actually done on this. Research from these nostalgic times. You can see the quality of the track, the features of the 313 here. There are many great things about this route that makes it enjoyable to drive, including all the many station stops that we're faced with. Probably be braking for this. We're getting down to 15 just in time now as we approach the junction here. How about that? Perfect timing. A little bit harsh braking, but we are a bit late, so I'm sure the passengers and myself are a bit of harsh braking and being on time and being even a little bit late. So join now with the freight line to. Now on the right hand side, I'll wait till the attachment stops. Wave at our friends there on the track side. So you can see Western Junction signal box there. Now on our right hand side, which we just passed, and that is now where the line down through to Dalston Junction now comes off and off towards Surrey Quays. Again via Dalston Junction, a little branch there. So we're going to Dalston Kingsland now. We have merged with other lines. We do need to pan up. Raise pantograph before proceeding. That may help things slightly. And the stop marker is actually a little bit further down, but we'll forgive that. So P for AC select. Relay click. 9 for the pantograph. pantograph bouncing. Dual voltage alarm going off as we're still in a third rail zone, but we are panned up again now. That's another thing about this route, lots of panning up, panning down. So, yeah, you're never really bored on this route. As we carry on again to our next station stop, which I won't bother guessing. I guess we will find out when we arrive. As will the passengers. Hello friends, a pair of 86s. On a container train, bringing you all your goods you require. Banner repeater there showing that the signal at the end of the platform is clear. So many things going off at once now. Joys of the driver, hence the quick reaction times, AWS and the dual voltage alarm. And as we pull into Hackney Central, what a lovely, lovely part of London, very affluent. Indeed, no crime at all, lovely. Okay, we have a single yellow, so DRA on to remind me. I am also paying attention, which you'll be pleased to hear. High Street there, just going over that. Wind up section of the route. Again, dual voltage alarm going off. I'm not sure, it's a bit of a quirky area, the fact that there is third rail and overhead wires here, but we are still required to use our pantograph as per the station signs, and you should always follow the station signs. Short platform here, so just going to come in nice and gently, as I should. Not entirely mastered stopping points, just fanning the brakes a little bit as we come into Homerton. Homertown. Too cautious there, I think. Stop eventually, I wouldn't worry about that. Just a couple of minutes late, not too bad considering it is an intensive stopping pattern. Cheers to the bells, my friend Chris, and off we go yet again as we continue our journey. 2 mini stops now from Stratford. See our progress here with Homerton's left Homerton. So Hackney Wick, Stratford, West Ham, Canning Town, Custom House, Silvertown and North Woolwich. We're pleased that in about 26 minutes I will be shutting up, as that is when we will be finished our run to North Woolwich finally. Now again with a gap between recordings, the first recording I did make a full recording, but unfortunately cut off about a quarter of the way through at Gospel Oak, hence why there was a part 2. I've been meaning to film it for a couple of weeks, but I've been otherwise ailed, so I was not able to. But I'm back now, you'll be very disappointed to hear. Come down to a 25 miles per hour speed restriction. A little bit jump in there, and just loading in assets, that's fine, no worries at all. It's mostly smooth. Well, the game, not me. I say game, simulator of course. On a sharp curve there. As we approach our next station stop. Hackney Wick. You're getting on my Hackney Wick, I hear you saying. That car marks come up quite quick, that's fine. Got it all under control. So we need to pan it down again. So Control P. Easy as that. And we're now back in DC mode. So let's wait for Chris to close the doors when all is safe to do so. Again, keep the guard on the train. So it's showing this line is now DOO now with 378s. Next up is Stratford. We have some interesting track work coming up. I do like saying I do enjoy interesting track work 100%. Warning you, a 15 miles per hour speed restriction. Accelerate a little bit before that. Cancel the oars. Some track workers coming up ahead as well. 2 tones. Just to say there that we have acknowledged them. Hello there. 50 miles an hour is for this turnout here, and we're not taking this turnout. I believe this goes up towards the Great Anglia main line. I could be very wrong again. We do have 15 past this signal. Great Anglia main line, I mean Anglia main line. I'm used to Greater Anglia these days. Not so Greater Anglia as they were once known by me.
Also trying to cheer for London Underground Central and Jubilee lines.
Accelerate up to 25 rounds here. Now, interestingly, part of this section is now taken over by the Docklands Light Railway, DLR. A little bit of overspeed there, that's alright. Let's bring it down a little bit. Single yellow aspect as we make our way into Stratford. So this section here is now part of the Docklands Light Railway, the DLR, as we pass underneath the central line up ahead. The Docklands Light Railway DLR from the Stratford International extension. There are now more intermediate stops on this section as well. More convenient for this section of Londoners, of course. As we come into the lovely renovated, modernised Stratford. Again, lovely area, no crime at all. So we've got a little bit of time here. So welcome to Stratford. These platforms are now part of the Docklands Light Railway. It's Westfield, or what will be Westfield. There is now a steam engine outside as well. And you can see here the Jubilee Line platforms. Now there is again by BVEWesternRegion Jubilee Line, which I will be doing a video of at some point when I can. Oh, look, a poster of Mark Kane. Yes, I will be doing a Jubilee Line video at some point when I can. It's a very interesting route, very challenging as well. So well worth me doing a video of at some point. As we just depart Stratford now, off on the North Woolwich branch. Now, this branch has closed quite a few years ago now, and so this section was replaced by the Docklands Light Railway with intermediate stops, Star Lane, etc. Again, it closed in the mid-2000s. Woolwich is also now served by an extension of the Docklands Light Railway as well, so there's no need for two railways, especially was run down a little bit at this point. So we just parallel the Jubilee Line extension to our right hand side as well, which again not long after Millennium. Placing the Charing Cross terminus of the Jubilee Line and extending it from Green Park all the way to Stratford. All my dreaming about the Jubilee Line, I've slightly forgotten the speed limit. I hope it is 45. But I do love the Jubilee Line, one of my favourite London Underground line. I do love the 1956 line. 56, that'd be quite old, 1996 stock on the Jubilee Line. Absolutely lovely stock, lovely sounding as well. Make our way into Canning Town with a very interesting split level station on the right hand side with Docklands Light Railway running above. Sorry, what am I saying? We're at West Ham, we're not even at Canning Town. On Ice City. See what I mean? My knowledge should really be a lot better than this. Right, but I never travelled on the North Woolwich line in real life, to be fair. Just pulling away now from West Spam as we make our way onwards to North Woolwich. mile an hour speed restriction coming up, so probably best I slow down for that as we come into Canning Town. And as I was talking about earlier, with the split level station with the Docklands Light Railway, and this was the Jubilee Line, the DLR of course up above there, above the new Jubilee Line station for the extension. Always throws me off the fact the 3-car mark is halfway down the platform. Just stop it now, not too far off. Not too bad, we're still on the platform at least. It always throws me off the fact the 3-car mark, I'm so used to being at the end of the platform, the fact it's in the middle. But it's fine, we have stopped on the platform. And Chris has been very quick at closing the doors. That, I mean, there's an S-car stop and a 3-car stop, but all that runs this line really are 3-car trains, because most of the stations on the North London line can only accommodate 3 cars at this time. Hence why it throws me off that there's a longer platform for the 3-car stop marked halfway along. As we just passed the tunnel portal for the Jubilee line on the right hand side, which takes it underneath the River Thames. Curve on a 30 mile an hour speed restriction. Next station stop, Custom House for the XL Centre, and you can see the O2 in the background there. Passing at Royal Victoria Docklands Light Railway Station, not far now from the new Emirates airline, and a 20 mile an hour boarding board there, advanced Morpeth board they're called. Could be getting confused there. I believe they were still around before the Morpeth crash on the tight curve, very tight curve of the East Coast Main Line, where there was 2 accidents involving speeding trains. I believe the Morpeth boards were the term coined for the advanced speed warning boards, but I could be quite wrong again. So we're coming out, just entering the single line section here, just after Custom House. Again, the 3-car mark is ridiculously, it's very overrun there because the 3-car mark is so close to, so used to being in the middle. That's alright. Again, we still stopped on the platform, so that's alright. I was not used to the 3-car mark being so close to, or so in the middle of the platform. Normally it's at the end of the platform. Now to the 20 miles per hour speed restriction in front of the SPAD indicator here. Basically, if that starting signal there is past at danger, the SPAD indicator will be lit up to show a signal aspect. Of course, once you've spoken to the signaller and reported it, the right thing to do. And then it is tea and biscuits after that with management. Maybe just maybe tea, no biscuits. And it's so there because there's a single line section, and the other running line here being mothballed. Single line most of the way down to North Woolwich as we come down into Connaught Tunnel, which is now used by Crossrail. Elizabeth line. And the Scottish flag sign there warning us that that is the end. There's no AWS in this section. See the AWS warning that we have acknowledged that there is no AWS. An AWS acknowledgement there is no AWS. Just to show that I'm paying attention. As we come down now into Connaught's Tunnel. This has been completely refurbished and repurposed for use for the Elizabeth Line Crossrail, which does also run to Custom House. Uses most of this section before turning on the way for Thames towards Canary Wharf. Accelerate now on the upwards gradient out of the tunnel. Over the Thames. Some nice, very nice crickety clack sounds there as well. Proper stuff. Old veteran British Rail U313 units. It's an old semaphore gantry there. I love me a semaphore. Actually, yeah, a lot of them are going now, but they're very, very nostalgic. Sign there for the airport. You wouldn't think it's a major city airport, really, would you? Silvertown. I think I might be the end because we are heading slower. I have noticed it this time. Signs for the airport, which is of course now served by the Docklands Light Railway, extension to Woolwich Arsenal. It's our final station stop before North Woolwich, which we should reach in just about 6 minutes' time, hopefully a little bit less. Accelerating right from Silvertown, which was the nearest station again for London City Airport. It's getting more of a status these days with the Docklands Light Railway Station. Very, very posh. Not far now, you'll be very pleased to hear. We have a fixed distance coming up now. Warning us the fact that the line is ending and we should probably stop before the end of the platform. Very good idea to stop before the buffer stops, definitely. A little bit quick there. Again, we should be down in time for the 15th speed restriction. And had a lot of time for this section. We have made it. It's the first time I've been accused of speeding by BVE. Easily rectified going down. Left hand side, there's a railway museum here at North Woolwich with the old station building. Unfortunately, this is now closed, otherwise I wouldn't be visiting. So stopping now at North Woolwich. You can see the stopping block because of the rust started where the trains have traversed. There we are, welcome to North Woolwich. I'm not sure why. That's an OpenBVE bug. Sometimes the doors will do that, and that was not me opening on the right, or me or Chris opening them on the wrong side. Bit empty behind the station, but of course the main thing is the building. I believe the building is still there, but the Railway Museum is unfortunately mothballed now. Very unfortunately. It was a very, very long section of line just up here. Extremely long. Tail lights would help, I think. That's the belt. There we go. So welcome to North Woolwich. Thank you for bearing with me for part 2. Westy Rail, and I'll be back with another video soon. Thank you very much for watching.